all started when I got an old TV from my aunt. This was the kind of TV that had long antennas and dials. Apparently, my aunt heard that I was looking for a TV for my bedroom. By some crazy coincidence, she'd recently purchased a flat screen to replace the old set. The house my aunt lived in was originally my grandmother's. When she passed, my aunt moved in. Of course, with an old house comes old technology. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate what my aunt did for me, but the TV was a heap of crap. It didn't even have color. But as the saying goes, beggars can't be choosers. That night, I set up the TV in my room. I was adjusting the antennas, trying to fix the interference. Just as I got the image fixed, a program started. "Welcome to the Retribution Channel," I heard the announcer speak as an intro played on the screen. The scene then cut to a well-dressed man sitting with a folder in his hands. He greeted the audience and introduced himself as Bert Doomcrest. Bert then opened the folder and briefly read something before looking back at the camera. "Tonight we have a special treat for you folks," Bert said with a smile. "Our first story is about an internet scammer from Philadelphia named Clay. What followed was a dramatization of Clay's crimes. At this point, I was intrigued. Bert announced that we were going to meet Clay. I expected there to be a video call to a jail or something, but what happened next made my heart sink. The camera turned about 90 degrees to a man chained to a wall. He was lying in a fetal position. The man was bruised and dirty. It took a few seconds for me to realize that it was Clay. Clay apologized for what he'd done and begged Bert to let him go. The camera then showed Bert placing his folder on the side table next to his seat before standing up. "You see, Clay here didn't just drain people's bank accounts," Bert stated as he reached down to grab something. He then picked up a metal bat and walked towards Clay. He also photoshopped fake photos and used them to blackmail his victims. Clay trembled in fear as Bert stood beside him. Bert told the audience about the time Clay blackmailed a man named Jackson. Clay emailed Jackson a fake photo of him with his brother's wife. Clay demanded $50,000 or else he'd send the picture to the brother. Jackson didn't listen to Clay's threats. He'd never hurt his brother. However, things didn't end well for Jackson. One day, Jackson's brother attacked him. Clay sent the fake picture to Jackson's brother. The brother believed the image was real. To get revenge, Jackson's brother beat the alleged cheater with a metal bat. Jackson succumbed to his injuries and died before help arrived. Clay started bawling and begged the audience for help. "I'm afraid there's no one to help you," Bert said to Clay. "Here on the Retribution Channel, everyone receives what they dish out. We've already taken all of your money, as you've done to so many others. But there's one more thing to do before you truly get your comeuppance." Bert then proceeded to beat Clay to death with his bat. I was so disgusted that I ran to the bathroom to hurl. I then returned to my room and turned off the TV. I sat on my bed, trying to understand what had just happened. The logical part of me said that it's all fake. I mean, it's a TV show. It had to be fake, right? The real answer came to me unexpectedly. It happened when I watched the news one morning. There was a story about 3 bodies found under a bridge. I nearly dropped my coffee as I recognized the names of 2 of the victims. It was Clay and Jackson's brother from the Retribution Channel. I guess that all 3 of the victims were killed in that episode. The police are still looking for the perp. I called the police and told them about the Retribution Channel. It turned out that this wasn't the first time they'd heard of the show. People from all over the country claimed to have seen the Retribution Channel. Every time a new episode of the Retribution Channel aired, the victims' bodies are found the following day. For some reason, the police couldn't locate the studio. I've done some research on the Retribution Channel and found mainly theories about it. Apparently, the Retribution Channel only plays on old TVs like mine. Most people agree that the show airs in another dimension. I don't know what exactly the Retribution Channel is. I just pray that no one else joins that show.